Hey everybody, this is Lorelia coming to you with a very quick message. Um, Another one of the Car Chronicles. Um, if you're new to this channel is everything about finance, funding, and freedom. Basically, I have over 300 or more videos on the topic of credit as well as finance, entrepreneurship, wealth building. And so that's why I titled this video, The Most Dangerous Person to Know. What do I mean by that? The most dangerous person to know, or the most dangerous person you will ever meet, is the person who feels like they should get something for nothing. And what do I mean by that? I find it awfully interesting. I usually, on a weekly basis, I get numerous messages, whether it's by email, through social media, or what have you, of people who are looking for assistance with their credit or trying to get out of their financial despair. And whatever resource depending on how they approach me, I may just direct them back here, right here on YouTube, because I know that 9 times out of 10, if it's a question they ask me, I did a video on it. But when it gets to the point where they're looking for me they want me to, get on the phone with them, they want a consultation. I don't do free consultations. Some people want to give you a pity party or reason, or want you to feel bad about why you've obtained the success that you currently have, or you've learned something that has helped you, and now you want to go to the marketplace and get paid for it. And so the reason why I say that person is very dangerous is because I find it awfully odd that the people who are in financial despair or they're trying to rebuild their credit, they never go back to the people or the institutions that put them in the financial situation that they're in. What do I mean by that? How many times has someone bought a car and they may have gotten a very high APR interest rate, unable to afford it? They get it's either repossessed from them or they do a voluntary repo. How many people have you ever met who said, you know what, I couldn't afford that car, so I went back to the dealership and told them, why did you put me in this high interest bearing loan where I'm paying all this very high percentage rate, and I can't afford it? Or how about the person or the institution that provides you with these payday loans or these title loans that seem very enticing because they appeal to the person who thinks there's a free lunch? And then what you end up finding out is that you continue to spiral down the rabbit hole in debt. I never hear that person who got into that title loan or that prepaid loan say they went back to the institution or the lender that put them in that bad loan. What is my point? My point is that if a person wants to get mad, and remind you, everyone who's watching this video may not fall in the criteria of what I said is the most dangerous person. But if you're watching this video and you feel that a particular person, whether it's myself or any other person that you feel like can provide you with value, who you think that should just do it for free, Understand you are the most dangerous person there is, because what happens is that you're not taking no responsibility for your actions. And those who put you in that situation, you don't hold them accountable to the same accountability as you think the person who can help you. See, what I find very funny is that people want other people, especially the stuff on social media about, you know, people shouldn't they shouldn't charge people for information. They should give, believe you me, on this channel there's enough information. I never feel bad for, you know, charging or providing to the marketplace anything with a price tag on it, because there is so much information that I have put out for free on this channel. I've given audios, I have blog posts, I even gave the Do It Yourself Credit Hub either free or a very nominal price of $5, where you can learn how to rebuild your credit, reestablish your credit, along with getting on the road to obtain business funding to buy real estate. I've given those trainings for free. And this is why I said that person is the most dangerous person, because the more you look for free, you will never be able to remove the shackles that continue to hold you back financially and economically, because why? You refuse to take responsibility. And so that's my message. That's the, really quick to the point. Probably one of my shortest messages I've ever probably did here on YouTube, because there's a lot of changes coming up the pipeline in regards to credit. And you heard it here first. FICO. Now, remind you, FICO is the algorithm source that populates your credit score. The credit bureaus are not the ones who provide you with a credit score. All they do is store and furnish your information to lenders, but who creates and who puts together the algorithm of your score is FICO. So a lot of people do not know the difference between the scores that the credit bureaus have, which a lot of times are the Vantage scores, and then the scores that are provided by FICO. What a lot of people do not know is that FICO provides different scores to different industries. And so your credit score for a car lender may be different than for a credit card company, which may be different than for a mortgage company. And the list goes on and on and on. I say all that to say changes are coming down the road, whereas AI, artificial intelligence, is going to take is how should I say it, is coming to the forefront of how FICO will be able to derive and calculate your score. So I say all this to say, changes are coming down the road. I'm going to continue to talk about it. Don't really see a lot of people talking about it now, and let me tell you why. This is why I never get caught up in what's being put out on the marketplace, um, because I always go to the source. And for those who want to learn about credit, want to know how it works, go to the source. A lot of people say that I don't share my resources, and I do. But FICO is doing their um, conference in New York City this fall. Now, let me tell you, this is the reason why. And when it comes to the area of credit, how you can separate those who are students of the industry and those who are just like hustling for the industry. And I'm not putting no shame on anyone, how they get their coins, how they get their dollars. But the reason why I always can stand by the information that I provide is because I know I'm going to the source. There's a lot of things I can't do in life, but the one thing that I'm very good at is reading and comprehension. And what I've learned in my 40 plus years, there's a lot of people who don't read that well and they don't comprehend that well. And so the fact that they don't read and they don't comprehend that well, they can never go to the source of getting information. They always have to rely on what another person is putting out in the marketplace. So that's why in the industry of credit, I don't follow no gurus. I don't feel like that there's only one wizard who knows everything. I go to the source. Going back to that FICO World Conference that's coming up in New York City, the price ticket is $1,600. $1,600. Now, that doesn't include travel and a place to stay if you're not in the tri-state area. I myself am in New Jersey. I'm not that far from New York. I'm about a 2-hour train ride into the city. So I don't have to worry about staying there. But for those who say, you know what, I want to be in the forefront of what's going on in credit, let's see if you will be there. $1,600 ticket. $1,600 ticket. And you can't just go right online and just pay for it. You have to reach out to them and then they have to send you information to move forward with your purchase. So for those people who don't consider themselves the most dangerous person in the world and seeking knowledge, I look to see you there in November in New York City. Other than that, I will continue sharing information and content on the things that I mentioned in the beginning of this video: finance, funding, and freedom. And so credit falls in the category of finance and funding. And if you do it right, it can also provide you with freedom. But that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. If you are interested in learning how you can rebuild your credit score, right now, there's an affiliate program that I'm, plugging people into. It's only $19 to get started. And you can learn about that. This is to learn. This is not $19 for me to do it. So no, I don't want you to pay $19 and you think I'm going to do the work. $19 to get started, $35 every month to continue the training. So once again, this is Lorelia. That's my story, and I'm sticking